Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings and best wishes from Miami, Florida. It's really amazing that through this modern day technology, I am able to be with you halfway around the world for a few brief moments at least, to congratulate not just three top poets in the contest, but all the poets who have bravely taken part in this competition. You are all talented writers and aspiring poets in the making. Today is a celebration of creativity, a celebration of dedication, and especially a celebration of the power of words and the meaning they can convey through the fine art of poetry. To our top three poets, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your worthy efforts have not only showcased your talent, but also ignited inspiration in us all. Poetry, in its purest form, is a mirror reflecting the depths of our souls. And your poems have done just that. Each verse, each line, is a testament to your ability to transform thoughts and emotions into something truly beautiful and moving. Your creations have brought forth a spectrum of feelings and images, painting vivid pictures with your words. What truly amazes me is the element of surprise in each of your works. Despite still learning your craft and finding your unique writing voices, you have managed to produce pieces that resonate deeply and leave lasting impressions. It's a reminder that the journey of writing is filled with unexpected turns and discoveries, and your progress is a beacon of hope for all inspiring writers. I would like to take this opportunity by reading aloud and highlighting a few of the verses from the top three poets. The first poem is called Ode to Abdullah. I can still feel the lasting hug we shared almost a year ago now. How it lingered like a bruise under the skin. Your arms wrapped so tightly around me. I thought something inside might shatter, but I swallowed the sob lodged in my throat because you had never held me like that before. And God, I couldn't stop smiling. And then the last verse from this poem. Now I'll gather our memories like loose threads, weaving them into the everyday. Each one a reminder of how you taught me to hold tight and let go too soon. Such a beautiful poem. The next poem I want to read a few verses from is called Never Again. And it's interesting because the subject of the poem is guilt, which is an important theme. Guilt is like rust, slow and crow, powerful enough to destroy one's flow. It eats away at the soul's core, leaving behind scars forevermore. Once it grips, it does not loosen, as it consumes, relentless and in seclusion. Like vines that flow, it holds quite tight. In the darkness, it thrives out of sight. This dark emotion feeding on and on, making one become its own pawn, manipulates the thoughts of one once pure, tainting them to such obscure. And the last line, and so the solemn vow remains as it is, as shadows consume, now a sudden bliss. Never again a plea for help or a bitter lie, for in this grip of guilt, one is doomed to die. Such an amazing, such a beautiful poem. And verses from one last poem. The poem is called Sire's Little Heart. Light seeps in from the east. Sire rises up and rises, seizes his little heart and waits, climbs atop the cloud, and begins his journey. The second verse. Light spills across the horizon. Sire gazes about and lets his thoughts unveil, opens his little heart to let the light in, and ascends into the sky, golden, just like his little heart. And the final verse of this poem, the little heart, now completely pierced apart, at last surrenders, and before Sire's last breath, he passionately holds them all, once again, in his dead little heart. Such an amazing, such a beautiful poem. Finally, I would like to leave you with a short poem of my own. I have often written about the experience of writing poetry, which is still, after all these years, a great mystery to me. It is a sonnet of 14 lines called The Birth of a Poem. Who can account for the birth of a poem? Certainly not the likes of a fledgling poet, who knows not the well from which he draws nectar of a flower where butterflies alight. A poet sits in the dark, inspiration awaiting, sad emotions, unexpected joys, all baiting. The poem not yet written, but already born, soul thoughts from a cave in the heart torn. A wave of oceanic depths breaks on the shore. Its mysterious beauty will readers implore, conveying a truth before being understood, weaving its meaning under a spirited hood, flowing as a river, making its journey blind, placed as a flower in the garden of the mind. Thank you all for your efforts, for sharing your inner worlds, and for reminding us of the power of poetry. Your dedication and passion enrich and inspire us all to continue exploring and expressing our own thoughts in poetic form. Keep writing, keep growing, and remember that your words have the power to change the world. Marsalam, John Hurley, poet, speaking from Miami.